in play. Gabe plays an 8th land.
Broodmate Dragon.
You can play a dragon.
You can play dragon and have negate mana.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, I don't know how aware Nassif is of head games. I mean, he knows it's there. He's seen the deck list.
It's there.
Doesn't know it's in Luis's hand, but has to be worried about that. And yeah, 8th land does allow exactly this, right?
Go.
Broodmate Dragon, and he can still defend himself with a negate from either a Planeswalker or a head games. Definitely feels like edge Nassif here.
Johnny?
Yep, there's a Johnny. Do you negate that? I think you do.
Cards? 5.
Receives 5 cards. And Luis knows about the negate, right? I mean, from the earlier Sculler. He knows there's a negate there.
You're going to eat everything. There's a Windbrisk Heights.
The fact that LSV saw the negate means Gabe knows that LSV saw the negate, right? Gabe knows that this is bait. Like, this is the one that Luis has offered up.
It's bait, but it's good bait.
It is good bait.
It's delicious bait.
No doubt about it.
It's fat and wiggly. Figuring out what his blocks are looking like.
Right.
I've seen this one over. So.
Yeah. Basically gets in for
24.
8 this turn. No, gets in for... Sorry.
But I mean,
one of his tokens is 6. So he gets in for... He gets in for 4.
Yeah, I mean, Gabe's basically trying to figure out if he can play this game around the Johnny.
He only has 1 Cryptic Command left in his deck.
Right.
Yeah, 5 cards.
Yes.
Gabe says, why can't you have 3 cards? Gabe's so forced onto the defensive. He lets a Johnny resolve. He's more or less obliged to play defense, right? And Cruel Ultimatum would kill a Dork. He's still forced to play defense even after resolving Cruel Ultimatum, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Judge is like, you had to make a decision.
I think you counter it. That's what I think. What do you think?
I think I counter it also.
Oh, sick.
Five cards is a lot to be thinking about.
Do I get a Planeswalker?
Sorry?
Do I get a Planeswalker? I'm not sure. Okay. So, do that.
Gabe does have second
He's going
Broodmate Dragon.
to untap and make another dragon.
That's true. So what does that mean? It means he can attack with the first couple.
Yeah, it means he just,
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, he lets it resolve. Interesting. I am very curious to see how this plays out now. There are some gigantically powerful effects going on, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Activates Mutavault so that it will also get a counter in addition to everybody else. Okay.
One of those subtle little plays.
Yep. Here's a Johnny.
Go ahead.
Here's all these
No
guys.
attacks.
LSV cannot afford to attack because 3 guys would die. Gabe drew a land. So he can do the same. He can comes in to play tapped land, smash with a couple of dragons.
Dragon's just going to trade for 2 tokens.
Okay.
Yeah.
You do what you got to do, right? Of course, attacks with the red one since it's the one that's vulnerable to terror.
Attack a Johnny was both.
Attack a Johnny with both. So, seems like... Do you double block the black one? Or do you just let a Johnny suck up all 8 damage and keep your tokens around? Gabe's kind of broken ambitions in his hand, in addition to the negate.
Right.
That makes it
He may have just drawn that.
No, I'm pretty sure he drew the
Alright.
land. I guess I'm not sure.
Just chumps too.
He chumps both. That's interesting. And yeah, here is second Broodmate Dragon.
Go.
Comes into play tapped land. Still has negate mana up. Ajani's still alive. Bitter Blossom spits out another token. Luis is down to 23, I think? Yeah, 23. Here comes Terror. Speaking of bait.
Yep. Whoop.
Oh,
What do you think? Sure.
If you're going to let Ajani resolve, it seems like you're willing to let Terror resolve, right?
Yeah, this is a lot of damage here. Okay, activate Mutavault. Yeah, I'm not.
He activates Mutavault that he can't use Windbrisk Heights.
Good. Yeah.
And that might
Done
be
it?
okay.
Yep,
Yep.
I'm fine with that.
I don't need Windbrisk Heights. I have 3, 6, 9,
I have a team of
10,
flying
11,
monsters.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's basically 20 power worth of creatures. Nassif has a pair of 4/4 flyers to defend himself with.
Go.
Plays a land.
Says go.
Wow. How many? Is it 4 cards in LSV's hand now?
I don't think it matters.
Well, it's relevant to Cruel Ultimatum. Four cards.
Cards.
No
Five,
great attacks
four,
for
four.
Deceive. Because now we have a 5/5
Right.
Cloudgoat Ranger.
Cloudgoat Ranger's
Oh, but
5/5.
it doesn't fly.
And Mutavault is 4/4. That doesn't fly either. Cloudgoat can get to the air. The Fairy Rogue is just a 2/2.
You're at 23.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, interesting game. Now Gabe can now Cruel Ultimatum while also keeping up Negate. He's also got a Broken Ambitions in his hand, of course.
What do you think of LSV's patience here?
I think I like it. I mean, it's hard for Nassif to attack profitably, like you said. I mean, he can certainly... At this point, he does have the ability to kill a Johnny, but there's so much power over there.
We'd have to send in all 3 to kill a Johnny. At this
Yep.
point.
I mean, he can... It's almost like he needs to Cruel Ultimatum into a Raft, too. Something to reset the board.
I'm gonna,
The last Cryptic Command.
Here it comes. I'm gonna pause.
I'm not even sure what this is.
So he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to send a token in, but he's going to. I think he's worried. He's looking to get some value out of that Cruel Ultimatum, creature-wise.
The Johnny was the free.
Attacks to Johnny with all 3. At this point, Luis just says
He might
okay.
just say okay, right? Nope.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, he's gonna. He gets a free. Kills a free token. It's 5/5.
Sure. And yep, time for cool ultimatum.
Wow.
Yeah, Nassif needs help from the top of his deck is how I read this board. Johnny's dead, but so much power with all those tokens.
Yeah.
LSV discards.
So you go to 18, I go to 25.
See if Bitter Blossom. A land end. One card left in LSV's hand.
I don't think I played the land yet.
No, he did not play a land. He kept the head games.
Sorry. Okay, there. Go.
Oh, I just sacked a creature.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, okay.
Army of 3/3s.
You're at 17 now?
Yeah.
I'm a 4/4.
17 for LSV.
Oh,
Ooh, there's Elsbeth. Clearly gets negated, right? Can't Broken's Ambitions it. There's only one card. There's only one card left in LSV's hand, and Gabe has both a Broken Ambitions and a negate. I understand the game's more interesting when you let these things resolve, Gabe, and then figure out how to play around them. But come on. What's your line? You think Gabe gets bored sometimes and just makes the game more difficult for himself?
so what happens if he had countered that a Johnny? Gets head games into oblivion.
Hey, there's definitely a risk of him getting head games. It depends how much mana he taps and how much he leaves up for the Broken Ambitions. Like, he's definitely at risk of getting head games. But he's got a Broken Ambitions, but that means he can't tap his mana, right? It's like, alright, can I play around this one? Can I attack into this one? There you go. Alright, fine. Negate. That one is gone. Now what? LSV's got one card left in his hand. I don't know what it is. Didn't quite hear if he had...
We think it's head.
If he kept the head games or discarded it. He kept it? Alright, so he kept the head games.
Okay,
And Brawl. Plumeveil is going to pick off...
Oh, sorry, yeah, I didn't realize which one you were playing.
It's okay, yeah.
Okay.
Plumeveil picks off a Kithkin.
Yeah.
And
That's
3, 6,
14.
7, 8 takes 11 damage, down to 14.
Something. Oh, head games under.
Oh, head games was under Windbrisk Heights. Wow. What patience. LSV could have pushed that button at any point in the last, like, 4 turns.
Getting that head game.
Unbelievable. He's got head games under the Windbrisk Heights and in his hand. And was just playing to set both of them.
Meanwhile, there's still...
And now Gabe's trying to figure out, do I win the game if I had hit a Johnny?
Did you...
I shuffled a little. We should probably shuffle a little more.
Yeah.
Wow.
Your turn.
That was remarkable patience from LSV. And yeah, Gabe's trying to figure out if he negates the Johnny. He would have gotten head games off the Windbrisk Heights at some point. But those guys would all be a lot smaller. Alright, now what?
17.
Now Gabe's got... His hand has been devastated.
He's got one card.
He's got one card off the top of his deck. His opponent's at 17, with Bitter Blossom chipping away, but tokens of chump blockers coming in. He's forced to play defense here, right?
Oh.
He's got to leave those 4/4s on defense, I think, and Cloud Goat Ranger at 5/5 is a problem. Oh, Gabe drew land. He's going to try to attack with 1. Doesn't seem crazy. If he attacks with 1, he risks taking 9. Might get a token, might get 4 life. They're both reasonable.
Still has a Mutavault to worry about, too.
How well has Luis played this game? Remember when he didn't have any black mana and it was still turn 7?
Yo.
Completely unpanicked.
Yep, and jump blocks the dragon. Luis Vargas had a handful of uncastable cards on turn 6. He had no black mana. He had only 4 lands. Gabe was struggling on his own, but LSV looked over to see a hand that included Cruel Ultimatum and 2 Broodmate Dragons and Negate, and cooked up a game plan. I'm going to bait this. If he lets it resolve, I'll play it this way. If he counters it, I'll play it this other way.
Go.
Played the game to resolve head games and get to a point where 5-color control is, again, this is the black-white tokens plan, right? Nassif is now stuck playing off the top of his deck.
What do you got?
High-color Sculler, swing and a miss, which is fine. LSV is just happy to know.
You're never sad to see that.
Ooh, Volcanic Fallout off the top for Gabe. But those Godless creatures are pretty big. What does that do? It kills... Volcanic Fallout would kill the Fairy Rogues and potentially finish off a Cloudgate Ranger that had brawled.
Right.
It also kills the Sculler. Seems like you sit on that, right? You can attack with Dragon in theory? Does make attacking a little more exciting.
Gonna sit back on that, right? 15. He's at 15 now. 13, 5, still right back like.
Attack's a pretty big tell though, right? If he attacked a 4/4 flyer into a 5/5 Cloud Go Ranger, I think LSE knows exactly what's up. And it might still be right, but I think LSE would just chump block. I think you say go here.
I don't think the Cloud Goat Ranger can jump up. There's not.
Oh, he needs 3 Kithkins.
Yeah.
My bad. You're right.
Yeah, but there he's got the...
3 Kithkins.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Luis looks so happy. It's funny too, because I think Gabe knew that. He's like, I'm going to put you on I'm going to put you on putting me on missing this.
I'm pretty sure you knew that since you didn't attack the turn before. So.
Look at this
I
smile.
love missing that kind of stuff.
I'm capable of missing that, says Gabe.
When it was in my range.
I definitely want you to believe I'm capable of missing that. That's what he's really saying there. Wow.
Right now? Yeah.
Awesome magic. So, Volcanic Fallout finished off the Cloud Goat Ranger, killed the 2 Fairy Rogues,
Probably.
killed the Sculler.
Yeah, block.
Trade with the...
Yeah, alright. 4/4 Mutavault gets in there and trade with Plume Veil.
Yep.
Kitchen Finks comes down.
Go.
So...
Interesting thing, at this point, Gabe can climb right back in this game with a Maul Drifter.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, LSV has been slogging his way through 4/4 flyers. Oh, that's what you said. 2/2 flyer, relevant. 2 cards, relevant. What were the 2 cards?
They were blue.
That card looks kind of blue.
Go.
Ooh. Broken Ambitions and Esper Charm came off the top of Gabe's deck. Is that the head games he's been sitting on forever?
How much do you have up?
Just 1.
Broken for 2.
Yes, that's the head games that LSU's been holding forever. Land versus Spectral Procession. LSV leaves the Spectral Procession there. Gabe pushes the land.
And then draw 2.
Gabe is going to draw 2 with his Esper Charm. Note that he believes that's better than killing a Bitter Blossom. Calls another Esper Charm and a Volcanic Fallout.
Gonna draw 2 again.
Draw 2 again. More cards. There's a lot of his threats in the graveyard, though, right?
Yeah.
Both Cruel Ultimatums are in the yard.
Yep.
A Dragon's in the yard. Although, to be fair, Mold Drifter is a perfectly reasonable threat here. Just 2/2 flyer. He also needs permission. Like, I think I saw that LSV drew a Glorious Anthem, which is quite good.
Brady. Go.
12 to 12, all tied up. Pretty much is tied up, too.
Yep.
Okay, there's the Spectral Procession that we saw. Yeah, Gabe has no trouble letting that resolve. Because, we know he's got Volcanic Fallout. LSV just holds the Glorious Anthem. He's not expecting it to resolve, but he's going to ask. Broken Ambitions.
Sees him.
Muldrifter on top. And the Nassif fans in the crowd definitely see this one swinging. This was a tight one. But this is where 5-color control really starts to take control, right? Luis is going to brawl. So... Volcanic Fallout, so... If he Fallouts... Interesting. I mean, the Dragon can munch a 3-3, and the Muldrifter can munch a 1-1.
Or the Muldrifter can reset...
Or the Muldrifter can reset Persist. Oh, maybe that's better. Because if you're going to fall out later... Yeah, that's what you do, right? Dragon munches a 3-3, Muldrifter hits the Sphinx. You take 5, but then you can fall out to sweep everything except the last 3-3. I mean, he can't fall out and block with Dragon. That's the tricky part, right?
Right, but he can
tempting to fall out.
He can fall out on his turn.
Right. But it means he takes damage. It's tempting to fall out now and not take as much damage, but I think he needs to munch a 3-3. Yep, still looks like he's come to the exact same conclusion. He munches a 3-3. He resets the Persist. Now he's set up to fall out and reset Luis all the way back down to one lone 3-3.
And a token.
Am I destroyed?
Am I destroyed, says Luis Scott Vargas.
There's so many cards.
It's got to be Fallout here, right?
Yeah.
Because he also kind of wants to summon a Muldrifter, I would think.
Yeah. He wants to do this.
And he wants to do that after he falls out. He's got 15 mana, so he can do pretty much everything he wants to do. He's at 7. He doesn't... Can he attack LSV? He can go Fallout, attack you for 4. That'll drop Luis to 8. Yeah, this seems right.
5, you're at 12.
He's at 12. You attack him. Now, he may as well draw 2 cards first. The Cease at 5 is the bad news. This is tricky.
No attack.
I mean, attacking or being able to block a 3-3 are both.
Yep.
He decides to attack.
Does that fit in this turn?
I don't think so.
Go.
Alright, LSV at 8, falls to 7 from the token. It's going to fall to 6 before his next turn. Yeah, I think he's got to attack with a 3-3. That does kill Muldrifter. Okay, now here's Glorious Anthem.
Fall out at the end of the turn.
Oh, yeah, Fallout at the end of the turn kills the 3-3 and the token, and the Dragon attack is 4, and Bitter Blossom finishes him off!
Wow.
How crazy is that lag, right?
Yeah.
LSV knows he's lost, but he has to explain it to Gabe and the crowd, and the Gabe and the crowd figured out at about the same time. Wow. 2 games apiece. We are going to play 1 game for the Pro Tour Kyoto Championship title.
5 games.
Absolutely fitting that it should go 5. Wow.
Which way to interpret it?
1 game for $40,000. I guess for $15,000, right? It's 40 versus 25. 1 game for the title. I think the title is huge here, right? This is a legacy moment.
This is
Not very many people have won 2 championship titles, but one of these guys is going to do it in 1 more game. Unbelievable.
This is Steve's turn to go throw up.
Yeah, I guess so. Woo! Steve having chat with the head judge, and crazy.
Wow.
What a game.
Just watching people make decisions. I mean, obviously there were some concerns about, hey, you guys need to play it faster, but I mean, people are still making these decisions that are, $65,000 in play total here.
Right.
And it's just remarkable. It's kind of dizzying magic.
Yeah.
I know that you know that I have a negate, so is your spell, which is going to, put me on my heels for the rest of the game, and that by all rights I should counter, is that just bait for something else?
Yeah.
And then he came back from that head games.
Yes, he did. Great magic. That was awesome. I love the Cloud Goat Ranger dance too. The Cloud Goat Ranger dance is awesome, where he's got a 5